explaining credit cards to Kai. And I just let her know what these words mean. Okay? So, APR means what? Annual. Come on. Annual percentage rate. Right? Annual percentage rate. So what that means is once something goes above 0%, that means that they are charging you whatever that percentage is over the money that you owe. The really wicked thing about this is that some people think, oh, well, it's this percentage, so I'm only going to owe this much more, right? But that's not how it works. What happens is, okay, let's say you have a credit card that has a $10,000 limit. Let's just go high, okay? And you use 5,000 of that, right? And you have say you have 15% interest rate, which is really good compared to a lot of cards. And say you have a 15% interest rate, right? So your bill is going to be $5,000 plus that 15% interest. And it's 15%. Do you know what that 15% is from? No. That 15% is from the amount that you have used, right? So it's not $15. It's not $1.50. It's 15% of what you have spent, right? So the more you've spent, the more interest that they get, right? So if you spent $5,000, well, what's 15% of $5,000? Well, 10% of 5,000 is 10% of 5,000. Think hard. It's not 50. What's the next zero?
60.
No, what's the next zero? If you add a 0 to 50. 5 what? 500. Okay. So 10% of 5,000 is 500. Because if you take 500 times 10, that's 5,000, right? So 15%, well, 5% would be half of what that 500 is. What's half of 500? If I give you $5 and I take half of it back, how much do you have? Let's break it down a little smaller. If I give you 50 cents and I take half of it, how much do you have? 25. Okay, great. So, same thing with this $500. Half of that is $250, right? Yeah. You're just adding the zeros on. So, $250 plus that 10%, which was $500, that's $750. Okay? 15% interest, right? So you charge $500, okay? And because you didn't pay it all off, they charged you 15% interest, 15% of what you spent. So now, instead of you having a bill for just $5,000, you got a bill for $5,750. You get that? Would you prefer to just pay your $5,000 back, or pay them $5,750? Exactly. So that's why you want to have 0%. I'm gonna take it a step further. Here's the more wicked thing about interest rates. Let's say you have that $5,000 and the 15% interest rate, right? So now this first bill number 1, is going to be $5,750 because they've added that interest on there. Most likely will be a little bit even more than that because of fees and whatever kind of stuff they throw in there, okay? But let's just say it's straight $5,750, okay? If you don't pay that whole amount off, guess what happens? The next bill, they charge you 15% of that new amount. Now you're paying more, right? Because 15% of 5,000 is less than 15% of 5,750, right? It's going to be more. Because, okay, let's say this. 15% of 10,000. That's going to be double that amount, right? It's going to be $1,500. Okay? Like if I give you $100 and I want 15% back, that means I'm getting $15 back. You're just breaking down the zeros, okay? That's why I did it this way, so it could be like, you know, simplified. So this is why it makes sense, so much sense, to only get credit cards at a 0% interest rate and pay that stuff off while it is still at 0%. Because if you wait and you allow an interest rate to creep on in, you're going to be paying way more than you borrowed. Okay? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Like and subscribe, y'all, for more free game.
Have TikToks for 6 minutes and 29 seconds.
This is not a TikTok, girl. It's for YouTube. Bye. This has been Conversations with Kai. Peace.
Bye.